Yeah, every day I just keep getting like, I really like crave to test myself and to like, yeah, just see where I can take myself really. Like how far can my skill get me? How wild can I make something look, you know? Yeah. Hi, my name is Mimi Cassie and I am a West African sculptor working on traditional work. A lot of my work is to do with like my heritage, where I'm from, a celebration, gold leaf, raffia, just royalty, majesty really, yeah. And so my logo is a masque passeport just there. It's basically like a triangular mask. And the big joke is that this mask was actually a mask that helps people get passports, and that's why it's called masque passeport. And the irony of that is that people in the Ivory Coast try to get to Europe, but Europeans want what we have. So it's just like a continuous joke that I have throughout my work. I started doing art in primary school, and just because I was always into art and creativity, never into maths and English and stuff like that, just doodles. But I started taking it seriously in, I think, college, and more specifically clay, when my sculpting teacher just threw a massive heap of like clay on the table. Was like, do your thing. I was like, what the hell? Like, he was crazy anyway, crazy Stephen, love the guy, he's a crazy guy. But he was just like, do your thing. And I was like, okay, fine. And I remember just going at it. And at the time I was really inspired by African Americans, like the southern parts, like Mississippi, and during like slavery times and all that sort of thing. And it was really emotional to me. It was really something that I held deep to my heart. And I envisioned an older woman in a plantation, just sat overlooking the field. And it was so weird. Like I was like a human photocopy. I had the image in my head. And then like 40 minutes later, I looked down and I'm like, what the hell? This actually looks like a woman sat down, just looking into the sky. I'm like, I can actually do this. It was crazy. But yeah, I just discovered my talent there. And I used to make these really weird little figurines, and I would name them like these weird names, little creatures. I made this one thing, well, my friends will probably cuss me out about, called Arnold. And he looked like Dobby from Harry Potter. And he was just like this really weird nose. But I love the fact that I could have an image in my head and recreate it. I think that was really what, when I discovered that I could do that and really well, I just didn't look back. I just didn't stop, really. So yeah. So I started off doing fine arts, like painting and that kind of thing. I really didn't enjoy it because it's very like two-dimensional, and like I'm a kinesthetic learner, so I need to touch. Yeah, I need to touch things, I need to feel things, and like the fact that something comes to life like three-dimensionally. And so I didn't finish Scotland. I went to Camberwell University to study sculpture. Yeah, like traditional sculpture and like Bernini style realism kind of thing. He's an artist, yeah, who works with marble. Like if you go to Italy, you'll see a lot of Bernini work, like marble, like Renaissance, like they're like kind of like posed like this kind of thing. Very fancy stuff. I didn't really like abstract sculpture. I don't really get it. It's very figurative. It's very like blocks and stuff, and it didn't resonate with me. I like more so, like bodies, animals, literal things that you can like comprehend and understand with your eye and that tells a story. I like to tell stories with my work. I don't even know where it takes me. Out of here, for sure. It connects me with my ancestors. That's what it does. It takes me to them. It brings me to them, I think I'd say. Because when I create my work, I'm like, how did I even get to this point? Like, I don't even know how I did this right now, but I know that something is living through me and creating this. It's so therapeutic. It's an escape that has to happen every day. Like, it's a compulsion. So I'm West African, you know, where I'm from, but it wasn't represented, and I had to make that representation, go to libraries, research, you know, where what's my tribe, and, you know, where I come from, and what is the architecture like? What is the jewelry like? What are our celebrations? There's so much I didn't know about myself, and I discovered about me and, you know, where I'm from, and I'm so proud of it. And a lot of artifacts were taken during the Great Benin Loot, and the Gold Coast, like Ghana, Ivory Coast, Nigeria. And that just tells you everything you need to know. Why was it taken? Clearly it was valuable, you know? So every time I go into like pit rivers or museums, I like to replicate what I see and create it, but like make it as it was, like bring it to life on my canvas. So you have that piece of culture within your proximity, as you should, because it's yours, it's, you know. So yeah, that's my little protest. Like I do that, go around doing that. I'm from the Ivory Coast originally. So my dad's Ivorian Ghanaian, like his tribe is Baule, which are basically like intertwined with Ghanaian culture, basically the same people but live in Ivory Coast. And my mum is Bete, Lebanese. So yeah, I just identify as Ivorian because that's all I knew. So the Gold Coast, hence a lot of gold in my work. Yeah, the gold, and there's a lot of meaning behind these different symbols and creatures that we use for celebrations, rituals, those kind of things, yeah. So the biggest thing that I really hold and that keeps coming up is the comb. The comb is a symbol of beauty, and they're all called Ankara cloth patterns. There's like a whole list of symbols that mean specific things, and the comb is a symbol of beauty. So beauty, and then there's one over there. It's like it looks like a comb, but it's not. It's got almost like a star shape to it, and that means courage. The fish is also another thing. The catfish is another thing that pops up. It means versatility, flexibility, beauty as well, free-flowing, just going with the flow, really. And the reptilian is like also flexible, but look, cunning in a smart way, tactical. Yeah, they're very self-sufficient. They are, so that's what I'm working on. It's a cluster of all of that. So it's almost like a language. It's telling you something. You just have to know what they mean for it to speak to you, if that makes sense. And then the kori, which is this here, this used to be a currency all around Africa, actually, mostly Western, Central Africa, Southern as well. But this is currency, like pound coins would have been a currency. And it's just a natural shell that comes from the sea. So just a cluster of just royalty, really. I want people to look at this, like my people to look at this and feel like, damn, like we have skill, we come from something, we are something, you know? Yeah, so that's kind of what this is, like a celebration of heritage. I hope that this reaches to the right ears and it causes that frequency and vibration that is needed to make change. Because this is like a protest for me. This is like a, you know, there are organizations that say, yeah, we're bringing back the work to the people and we're doing what needs to be done. But is not, they're not doing it. And so for me, my wish is that this somewhat causes something, does something.